Attenzione, huge big announcement in today's video, and while Igor Tudor is speaking about Lazio Juve in press conference, we will start anticipate the game of tomorrow in l'Olimpico. Important game. It's forbidden to draw, it is forbidden to lose, it's an obligation to come back from l'Olimpico with the 3 points tomorrow. It's an obligation. No yes, no but, no excuses at all. If there are important things that Igor is saying in the press conference, we will come back in a second video later today. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. If you didn't yet, please, maximum of like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. What is that huge big announcement? Well, Juventus will be in Miami on the 8th of November because they are organizing a watch party. No, I'm not speaking about the first team, but Juventus together with a huge big legend of the club. We are speaking about David Trezeguet. So for the people that are asking, Beppe, how can we attend that watch party that will be organized on the Rooftop Cinema Club at 11 a.m. The game is there at 12 p.m. if I'm not wrong, local time. Well, ask your Juventus official fan club from the neighborhood, and that will be a fantastic, beautiful event. And I tell you that I'm extremely honored because I will also attend. I will be there. I will host the event, speaking with David Trezeguet in front of you, Q&A maybe, or let's see, speaking about the game. I can't wait to be back in USA, to be there with the Miami Juventini of the world. If you didn't yet, contact them, and otherwise, please already let me know in the comment section if you will be there. Now, I have a bad news. Is the fact that yesterday Milan did 2-2. No, not that Milan drawing is a bad news, but the fact that, unfortunately, I cannot speak about it with a lot of enthusiasm because at the moment, looking at the ranking of Serie A makes totally no sense. Like today, Napoli, Inter, yeah, good, bad in a way, depending on the result, but the most important thing is that we are focusing on ourselves. Because as long as Juventus is not back to winning games with consistency, it makes totally no sense to enjoy, to celebrate other teams losing points, which is always great. But if you are looking at ourselves, let's focus on ourselves, and that's why I want to speak about Juve with La Cartolina. The postcard of the game with one man on that poster is Francisco Conceição, that except of bad news from Igor in press conference today, should start the game of tomorrow. How is Lazio doing at the moment? Well, they didn't really start well the Serie A, losing immediately against Como 2-0, like a certain black and white club. Then they won against Verona with a big score. They lost Sassuolo, they lost against Roma, winning against Genoa like we did, and then 2 draws in a row against Torino, 3-3. And then at 0-0 against Atalanta, more or less the same result as we did, not exactly the same against Atalanta. So it's Lazio that is not doing well, but can we say that Juve is doing well at the moment? Not really. We are not that far in the ranking from each other, so we really need to pay attention also there. Lazio that is led by Maurizio Sarri 2.0, the last coach on the bench of Juve that was able to win a Scudetto, winning a Scudetto with a team with huge big players. And we are speaking about Dybala, we are speaking about Ronaldo, we are speaking about so many huge big players that wrote history of Juve. There are only 2 players that are remaining from that era, Pinsoglio, Rugani. That's it. For all the other players, well, they are gone. So no other Juve player won a Scudetto at Juve, just to tell you the differences between the 2 eras. The good news for people that are a bit superstitious or that they love these statistics is that Igor Tudor never lost against Sarri. He played twice against him, 4-1 victory, and then the other time a big, huge 3-3. I hope that tomorrow that we can win. I went with a prediction that I already revealed on Thursday with our show with Turin Giants, where I said that Juventus will win 3-1 against the team of Maurizio Sarri. Let's see. The conditions of Lazio are not really great if you are speaking about the Lazio Medical. I don't know if they have a J Medical like us, but the last news is that Tavares will not be able to participate to that game. On top of Gigot, Dele Bashiru, Pellegrini, Rovella, Castellanos, Cancellieri, so a lot of players will not be there. Then, of course, the starting 11 is still a good team with Provedella, Zarri, Gila, Romagnoli, Marusic, Guendouzi, Cataldi, Basic, and then up front Isaacsen, Dia, and Zaccagni. So it's still a team that we need to pay attention for. Also, guys, I don't care that much about rotations or injuries about the other club. I repeat that last season when we played against the B team of Empoli in Coppa Italia, we were eliminated. And so But just to tell you that they are not in their biggest of their form, not with the game that they played, not with the injuries that they have. We need to focus on ourselves. Gazzetta dello Sport is already starting with the early predicted lineup that I'm not sure if it will be that one, with Di Gregorio into the goal, Gatti, Rugani, Kelly, and then again Kalulu as a right wing back with Thuram, Locatelli, Cambiaso up front, Conceição, Yildiz, and Jonathan David. I don't believe that this will be the starting 11. I'm really curious to understand, but I don't think that Kalulu will start on the right side. There are some rumors that are saying that maybe it will be the game of João Mario. One thing that is nearly sure is that apparently Tudor wants to confirm Conceição and Yildiz behind a striker, and that striker should be Jonathan David to give him more and more continuity. Yes, Kelly and Kalulu are doing well according to Tudor, so it could be that they play. Can Kalulu play in defense this time? João Mario there, or will there be a change with this time a bit of Kalulu resting? I don't know. Let's see what will happen. I will come back on the press conference later. But one thing that is super important is that if Koopmeiners is playing, he should start in a role that is now made and tailor-made for him. Like the words of Claudio Marchisio on Tuttosport that said, find a role for Koopmeiners, because if you are looking at the last 3 games of Koop, well, he's playing every time in another position. There is one thing that I like, that for the very first time we hear a Koop that is starting to complain, that is saying, oh ragazzi, I am not a striker, I am not a super offensive midfielder, I am a midfielder. So I love the fact that he's starting to not be happy, to protest, because that's the start. I know about maximum of flexibility, which he gave to Igor Tudor, which he gave to Thiago Motta, but now he's starting to fight back with some words after the game against Real Madrid in saying, oh ragazzi, I'm not a striker, this is not my position. So I hope that if we see Koopmeiners, again, if we see Koopmeiners, that we start seeing him again in that midfield. Will it be a 3-man midfield? Will it be a 2-man midfield made of Koop and someone else? I don't know. I'm extremely curious about that, but I tell you that I'm happy. And then we close with the last news of today's video, that it's a short one. It's Destiny Elimoghale. You know the kid. I already made a video, I believe, 1.5 years ago, so 18 months or 2 years ago, speaking already, anticipating that was one of the huge big talents of our team. Well, Destiny Elimoghale, today Il Bianconero, is reporting that Juve has a plan for the player that could have also the road a la Kenan Yildiz, is that this summer, during the new pre-ritiro, he could be called up to train with the first team. Then, he's still 16 years old. That is young. But that is just to show you how much they trust in the capacities, in the skills of the young player that I had the opportunity to meet and to speak with before Real Madrid Juve in the Bernabeu. Fantastic guy, huh? Fantastic guy. No, it's super fun. And I wish him that he's doing well, like a lot of young players did. And before you start speaking about, we will make him actually grow to the first team so that we can sell him, calma. The best players, the ones that are really ready to play with the first team of Europe, we don't sell them. Huh? We don't sell them. Except, of course, of a mistake here and there that sometimes we are regretting, but it's not a general case. That's not the objective of Juve. That being said, we see each other later today for another video. If you didn't yet, please put a maximum of like, continue to subscribe to the channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.